Supporters have already stepped out of their seats and around Portman Road. We know what's coming when the full-time whistle goes. And there is the full-time whistle! And the fans come on! Ipswich Town are promoted to the Premier League! Kieran's class of 2024 follows in the footsteps of the heroes of 1992 and 2000. What scenes! What a team! What a very special manager! What a man Kieran McKenna is! From the depth of despair in the third division, next season Ipswich Town will be dining at English football's top table. And they've done it with togetherness, with spirit, with desire, with a work ethic, with so much style and a phenomenal level of consistency. Last season Ipswich Town were at Forest Green and Morecambe, Port Vale. Next season Manchester City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham will all be here at Portman Road. Who cares about Maidstone? Who cares about Norwich? Next season, Ipswich Town will be on Match of the Day. Goodness me, they deserve it. This is a phenomenal story. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't have happened, but it has. And they deserve it. They thoroughly deserve this. Their application, their desire, their humility, and they've dealt with the most extreme pressure these last few weeks to win 11 of their final 16 games. The players are in there. I can't spot a single Ipswich Town player. There are thousands of people on the field. The blue smoke goes off, the white smoke goes off. There are people on top of their mates. They're being carried. There are flags out there. And at some point, the Ipswich Town players will emerge victorious. They've got the job done. They've finished second in the championship table on 96 points. This really is a beautiful day in Suffolk.
Yeah, it's fantastic scenes, it really is. I'm not sure, though, that I think most people and the players would prefer that they could have had the pitch and the supporters have the stands. That way round, you do see everybody. I was feeling sorry for Kieran McKenna just minutes ago because he was being engulfed with people and I was just willing some stewards to get in there. Fortunately, they did. He's in a safe position now, but it looks now as if I think the players are going to have to go to the director's box to say thank you to the supporters, not the other way round. But it doesn't matter. I mean, this is one hell of a picture. It's a fantastic picture. The blue smoke, the supporters, it's incredible.
A lot of the supporters down underneath us, directing their camera phones towards the director's box. As Mick said there, Kieran McKenna has been smuggled out. But what a man he is. Ipswich Town led to the Premier League by what we can surely say is one of the brightest young coaches in world football. Kieran McKenna's second full season as a manager, a historic second successive promotion for Ipswich Town. This club has never had back-to-back promotions. They've won more points this season than the club ever has in either of the top two divisions. It's 194 points across these two successful campaigns. And still we wait to see an Ipswich Town player in amongst all of this. There's a real run towards Luke Wolfenden in particular when that full-time whistle went. Simon Hooper couldn't get off the field quickly enough. Understandably, the Huddersfield players have exited stage left as well. Mick, what does this mean to you? Sum up your emotions. Let's not talk about the game, that's pretty irrelevant. Let's not go through the nuts and bolts. Just talk about how you feel to see your club back in the Premier League.
Well, just absolutely delighted, I really am. I mean, I just thought when we got sort of stuck in that horrible Division 1 for 4 years, I just wondered, will we ever come back? Because I sort of came to the club and I joined the club at this level, but after 3 seasons we went up, and then I had a long spell of being in the top level. So really, I didn't know it as a club in a lower division very much at all. 2-3 years as a very young player, and I just grew up linking Ipswich Town to the top level, and then we were in the Championship, and slowly but surely that was becoming a massive ordeal. There was not going to be much enjoyment. We just had a couple of fleeting sort of times where we got in the playoffs once, we challenged for the playoffs a couple of times, and then we were sinking. We were sinking rapidly, and it was very, very unenjoyable. We were going to places that I never believed that my club would go to. We're now clearly out of it, and now we're going to go to some big places that know what football is all about. Old Trafford, Anfield, White Hart Lane, Highbury, you name it, we're going there. And that's what I know, that's where we deserve to be, that's where we should be, that's where the management, the owners, the players, that's what they've given back to me and everybody else, and I can't sort of thank them enough. The one word to Kieran McKenna is thank you. Nothing else but thank you. He's done a marvellous job, he really has, and we are there, and in a way I don't care what happens next year. When we get there I will, but at the moment I don't. I'm just delighted to be there, delighted to be amongst the cream of the country again, and it's going to be one hell of a season.
Try to spot the ball on Wes Wally, and I've got George Edmondson and I've got Jeremy Sarmiento in front of us, largely because of the Ecuador flag that's around Sarmiento. And George, as is his way, he's enjoying the party. I think that's Jack Taylor. There's certainly a 14 Taylor. I think it's the player rather than a supporter, an admirer of his. For your sat-nav, the Etihad, M11, 3FF. You got the Emirates, N7, 7AJ. Anfield, L4, OTH. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, N17, OBX. Old Trafford, Kieran McKenna will know this, M16, ORA, Stamford Bridge, we've been there a few times, SW6, 1HS. What trips they're going to be next season. This is going to take a long time for these supporters to leave the field and for us to get any reaction to this game. But it's just the way the players have dealt with this pressure as well, Mick. I mean, these last three results, to go to Hull and get a point, no disgrace in that. Big win against Coventry, and then a thoroughly professional performance today. They've got this, as much as this ability, this desire to win, they've got such a strong mentality as a group, haven't they, as well?
Oh, very much so. And I think there's a professionalism now right the way through the club. If you start at the very, very top, the owners seem to know exactly what investment is all about, and then you come down slowly but surely through the management team, the board of directors, everybody. They seem to be getting everything right. But it's when you get to the manager and the group of players, I mean, they have to do the hard work, go on the pitch and produce the goods, and they've just never really faltered all season. I mean, they've only just lost a handful of games. It's incredible, what they've done, and we've come up and we've taken this division by storm. There's only Leicester that's finished in front of us, so it's absolutely incredible. It really is, and they've hardly got anything wrong. And when I saw the performance on Tuesday, I thought, this is what they're all about. They can adapt. They can adapt to the situation, and if it requires good football, they can do that. If it requires a back to the walls performance, they can do that. And today it required a measured performance today, and they gave us that as well. Excellent group of players.